expecting that when the CS in charge of Treasury, John Badi, will be making his way to the National Assembly to read this year's budget, of course, at 4.2 trillion, the highest ever in the country. They are actually waiting with patience and optimism that things will be getting better, because in the past few months, you've actually been seeing the outcry on social media and, of course, just across the main pouring out and registering their dissatisfaction, their outcry about the high cost of living. So with this particular annual ritual of budget reading by the CS in charge of Treasury, where the residents here will also be given their chance to just maybe tell Kenyans what they really expect from that particular budget. Karibu sana ndugu. Maybe just tell us your name and today, the CS in charge of Treasury, John Badi, will be reading that budget to the country, 4.2 trillion. As a Kenyan, as a resident of Kakamega County, what do you expect that will be a getaway or maybe a takeaway from that particular budget?
I am Collins Lumumba, number one fan of football, and today I'm privileged to be here on KTN. And first thing, I would like to advise the president. If you see the president having more than 20 advisors, it means he doesn't know his work. Because how can you hire 20 advisors? They're taking a lot of money, and if you see the office of the president has been allocated 5 billion. The office of the State House has been allocated 4 billion. That is an increase. On my own behalf, I would like to urge the government to allocate more funds to sports, because we are going to host AFCON 2027. We are going to host CHAN in the next 2 months. And if you look at our sports facilities in the country, they are not the CAF standards. So I will urge them to consider us as sports people, because we have been given this mandate to deliver for Africa. AFCON is not a small tournament in Africa. So when you look at Talenda Sports City, it is not complete. When you look at Kasarani Stadium, it's not complete. If you look at Nyayo Stadium, that is a cowshed. If you look at Bohongo Stadium, it's a cowshed. And FIFA and CAF organizers have been in the country. For the record, they have not approved any stadium in Kenya, and the time is ticking. So I will urge the government to actually consider sports and increase that budget, not to cut the budget for sports.
Well, thanks so much. Maybe let's also donate some minutes to your friend here. Actually, listening from Lumumba here, he says the weight should also be spread to sports. He says the sports sector has actually been sort of neglected, and it actually appears like he's informed, especially when he says that 5 billion has actually been allocated to State House. And he says that such money should be slashed and spread across the other sectors. Maybe from your end, maybe just tell us your name and if you've actually gone through the budget estimates and what you expect from us a takeaway from what the CS in charge of Treasury will be reading today.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Dennis Weche. I'm a resident of this county, Kakamega. And for me, I just want to talk about the equitable share to counties. I've seen counties have been allocated about 405 billion shillings. Yeah, 405. And my expectation is that let it be a consistent funding. Counties across the country are really grumbling to initiate their projects. So I'm hoping that the national government will spearhead consistent funding to counties so that we can see and witness massive development across the country. Let it not just be a figure, but it should be implemented to ensure that counties get their rightful share. We should not kill devolution, because that is the core initiative that touches the common mwananchi. So that is my plea to the national government. As well, on the digital economy, I also want to urge the government also to empower young people, not to overtax them, but to look for measures and other ways that will enable young people generate enough income for themselves to enhance them to grow themselves economically. Yeah, that's my
listening to you actually talking about adequate and timely funding of the counties, devolved units, and also the digital economy. of course, we also talk to your friend here. Maybe just tell us your name. You could just pave way for him. Tell us your name and if you're a resident of Kakamega, and what you expect from that particular budget reading process that is actually slated for later today.
Okay, my name